feed with your host, Richard Santiago. Live feed is brought to you by Traveling Tech Teacher. For all your digital resources, check out travelingtechteacher.com, and also brought to you by thebullyexposed.com. Get your Be Kind t-shirt at thebullyexposed.com. SK, thank you so much for joining us. Again, guys, I'm wearing the mask again for the fourth show in a row to let you guys know that a mask is not a political statement, guys. It's not a political statement. Remember that. All right. So I learned a new phrase in the psychological community. It's called comparison coma. I don't know much about it. I'm asking for all my psychologists that are on my show. Dr. Vasquez, I'm looking at you to kind of tell me what more about comparison coma. But that is what our show is about today. Comparison coma. I wasn't able to find much information on it, but if you are able to, please put it in the comments of this episode in the recorded version, all right? And hope still stands. Thank you for joining the show. Appreciate it all. So we're going to move on to our topic until we get more information about comparison coma, but this is called comparison coma. So, when a bully makes fun of you, okay, even if it's for something personal to you, example, if someone was to troll me right now for wearing this pink shirt, if I get upset, or if you get upset and take it personal, you are personalizing the thing your bully said. Okay? You are making their actions your own also. And we never want to do that. We never want to make their actions their own, their hang-ups our own. You're making, like I said, you're making their actions something to do with you. And so you don't want to do that. Because you personally think you caused what they're doing to you, because it's you. Because if I wasn't weird, I wouldn't be bullied. If I didn't like the things I liked, like Harry Potter or whatever, I wouldn't be bullied. So you never want to do that. For you to continue to take part into you continue to take that, sorry guys, into your other personal life experiences, and that's why that's bad. You start to think, oh well, this person must be mad at this person must not like me because of it. Tribe Doom, thank you for joining the show. So every time someone says something negative, you think it's personal. You definitely don't want to do that. You don't want to take that personal. And again, like I said, then you bring it into all your other relationships. This is all done subconsciously, guys, okay? And as long as you believe that bad things will continue to happen, bad things will continue to happen. So you got to think positive. And I know that's hard when someone is making fun of something that's personal to you. Like this pink shirt, again, like this pink shirt I'm wearing. So the thing to remember and the takeaway from this episode is to know that your bully and the bullying he's doing has nothing to do with you and everything to do with him. You want to remember that. So what do you do? How do you handle this? Well, you can pay no attention to the bully. Show him that it's not bothering you. That works. You can educate your bully and tell him what I just said. That what he's saying about you, though it may be about my pink shirt, it's really your hang-ups that you have to deal with. I'll get to everybody's questions and comments in a second. But the main thing to remember is to try to understand why he or she is doing this. Not by asking them questions, okay? No, by just simply remembering what I just said. When someone makes fun of your pink t-shirt or makes fun of your ears or your forehead or your nose or whatever, they're really projecting their insecurities onto you, and don't let them do that. Um, so, like I said, it has nothing to do with them. I mean, with you, and everything to do with them. That's the key thing to remember, guys. And like I said, I'm going to say this again. I know it's hard when someone's making fun of something that is personal to you. But you still got to remember that the reason why it's all started in the first place is because they are insecure with themselves. And that's a key thing to remember. All right, so I'm going to get to this question, and it's by SK. Everyone, please smash that heart for SK for starting the Q&A. Let's see, there was 32 killed in New York shooting yesterday, and it was, and that's all I have. Let's see, and it was, let's see, all right, so that's very interesting. I'm sorry to anyone who was hurt, or the families of the lives that were taken away from the that tragedy. Wow, that's a shame. But let's see if we have any more. Hope still stands. Don't take ownership. Oh, great advice. Hope still stands says don't take ownership of that. Yep, don't take ownership of that. That's not for you to purchase, guys. That's for sure. Just let that go. That's the best thing you can do. That's the best thing you can do. And usually, a good percentage of the time, I could tell you guys that when someone, again, let's pick the pink t-shirt, makes fun of your pink t-shirt, and you just look at them and kind of walk away, or a common thing that I hear a lot is when people start rumors and someone starts a rumor about you, if you address it, rather than then if you address it, then it kind of tells that person, wow, maybe it is true what they're saying about you. So don't address it. Just like Hope Still Stands says, don't take ownership. Don't address it. Don't take ownership. Don't pay any attention to it. And eventually it will go away. But when you take ownership of it, when you show these people that it's upsetting you, then it grows and it grows and it grows and it grows like a bad weed, and then you're fighting to backtrack all that. So thank you for smashing that heart. So you have to seriously, guys, you gotta seriously not take ownership of it. That's really the best thing. That is the best thing for you guys. And like I said, I'm gonna say this over and over again because it's like the number one thing that I get, the number one statement that I get. But they're making fun of me. They're making fun of my pink T-shirt that I'm wearing, or they're making fun of my lip, whatever the problem might be with your lip, or my ears, or my forehead, or whatever. I understand that, but it's still really honestly not addressed at you. And that's the important thing that you guys have to remember, that it's really not addressed at you. This person has some kind of problem, doesn't know how to deal with it. So how do they deal with it? They come back and they come back with this. They find something on you, they make fun of it, and that in terms makes them feel good. But it's like drugs, guys. It makes you feel good for a short while, and when you're done, you feel worse than you felt before. Hope Still Stands says, keep on spreading this message. Would be great to collab one day. as I went through bullying as a kid. How old are you? Hope still stands. And sure, we can come on and do a live together. Let me know how old you are right now. You can DM me and let me know where you're from as well. Um, but yeah, but like I said, I'm looking for folks like let's see. I know I got a lot of other people on my Instagram that are psychologists. Let's see if I can find one. Some another person. Um, no, I can't. I can't find one. But I'm looking for Dr. Vasquez to kind of give me some information on what comparison coma is. But I didn't give you guys a definition of that, and I apologize. It's when you compare yourself to everyone else's life, and you think that everyone else is doing better. So don't compare yourself. Don't get into a comparison coma where everything that you're doing, you're comparing to someone else. Because you'll shortly find that those people are probably comparing themselves to you, right? I saw a good, I saw a good episode of, I know this is weird, but I think it was Bob's Burger, where the person thought that their life was better, and and oh, that's what it was. That's what it was. It was one of the characters was trying to build this great Halloween. It was the Halloween episode. Trying to build this great Halloween. I don't know what they call them, but this nice big um, Halloween thing, for lack of a better word. Sorry, guys. And he was competing with another person who's builds things as well, and they were trying to compete, and then it so happened that the person who was trying to compete end up ruining his Halloween thing, end up ruining their Halloween, the other person's Halloween thing, and then all Halloween was ruined because they were trying to compete with one another. And then they found out, guess what? He was trying to compete with him because he thought he was better than him. But the other guy was like, this guy is so much better than me, and I really enjoy his work and the things that he does. So when you're sitting up there looking at someone else and thinking, oh my God, they're judging me. Oh my God, they're so much better than me. Oh my God, they think they're so much better than me. They're looking at you going, oh my God, that person is so great. And they're admiring you. That's the one thing you got to remember. Even with your bully, if your bully sits there and makes fun of my pink shirt, okay? Is he making fun of me because he thinks I'm an idiot, or because he thinks I'm a jerk, or why is he making fun of me? It could be because he enjoys what I'm doing so much, looks up to me so much, but he can't find a positive way to say that. Most people do. They come on, they leave me nice messages. We love what you're doing. We love everything about you. Keep doing what you're doing. I get positive like that too. And of course, sometimes I get trolls, which is a negative. But it would be wrong for me to think that they dislike me because they're making fun of me. Maybe they envy me so much, that's why they're making fun of me. You guys have to remember that. Everything isn't always negative. And that's what I think we do, and that's what I think today's lesson's about. I think that's what we do. When someone turns around and might say something negative about us, or even might whisper something positive to their friend, they think, oh, they're saying something negative about me. They're talking bad about me. Why can't we think that they're talking good about me? All these trolls that come on our show, to me, they're just fans with an attitude. They're followers with an attitude. To me, they're not followers, negative followers. They're followers with an attitude. And there's nothing wrong with that. And we just delete the negative things they say and keep around the positive. That's the best thing you can do. All right. I saw um, that you emailed me. I mean that you DM'd me. So that's one thing that we have to remember. Sorry about the pause, guys. That's one thing that we really have to remember. When people are making fun of you, when people are putting you down, when they're saying your pink shirt is ugly, let's not think that it's negative, that it has to do with us. I guess you can say it's negative, but we got to flip it and make it positive by paying no attention to it, by letting them know that you're just a fan with an attitude. That's the way I look at it. You're just a fan with an attitude, and I love you for it. And that's the way I look at it. That's the way I carry it, guys. So that's the way you should as well. That's the best thing for you to do, guys. Because that's really all they are. Trini, how's that dog, Trini? All the way from Canada. Top model Trini's in the house, guys. Good morning. Oh, it's morning where you're at? Oh, wow. It is 1300, guys, for those of you that are wondering. 1300 here in Italy. We had some gorgeous days yesterday, but today a lot of rain. Sun's trying to peek out, but it's still great, still great. And I'm hoping, Trini, I wanted to ask you. I hope that you're doing all those things that we talked about. 7 a.m. Okay. Hope you did all those things we talked about, where you are turning your dog over on its back, massaging it, making sure it stays on its back. Because, guys, and those of you who have dogs, we talk about many things here on the show. So, those of you that have dogs, that shows the dog that it's submitting to you, and that shows the dog that you are the master when it lies on its back. The biggest myth, Mike Alps, thank you for joining the show. The biggest myth about dogs when they lie on their back is people think they want their tummies rubbed. No, when a dog lies on its back, Bay, what's up, buddy? When a dog lies on its back, it's saying to you, I accept you as the master, and I'm cool with it. So, bam, I'm on my back for you. But sometimes, some dogs, when they're puppies, you have to lie them. And this is one of to me, it is one of the greatest tricks my friend taught me about dogs. Dog training. And you have to lie them on their back. They'll struggle with you as a puppy, but you're stronger than them, and you keep them on their back, and you don't let them up until they submit, and they are just laying on their back without fighting you. Then, when they're these big, huge animals that can hurt people, and you tell it to lie on its back, it's going to do it because it's going to accept you as the alpha. So let's see. Trini says, yes, he's nipping a lot. It drives me nuts. And he's getting huge. 4 months, 35 pounds. Wow. Yeah, I have a 90-pound Rottweiler, guys. So you have to learn. They have to teach it to listen to you, because, for instance, you guys know I'm moving. We've had movers here. We have people fixing. There's some things that were broken in the house where we live. So SR, thank you for joining the show. SRD, thank you for joining the show. So we have a lot of people in the house, and one guy was kind of walking very quickly, who was fixing the house, and my dog went after him, and I gave the command to stay. I give them, all my commands are in Spanish. If you're wondering, you should never do the popular language in your world. So if you're from Spain, you should teach your dog some other language like German or something else. So people can't just shout out commands and your dog will be confused. That's why you always teach them a different language, or teach them different codes. Even if you don't speak any language, you could teach them that run means to sit, and stuff like that. I've known people that don't speak any different language, and that's what they've done. They've just changed things around. The opposite means, blah, so on and so forth. So it's good to have control of your dog. And when you have even tiny, tiny little dogs, guys, doesn't matter. You can be sued. I don't know how things are in Canada where Trini lives, but in America, you can be sued if your dog attacks someone. So you want to get that under control. SK says someone broke into your house. No, 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 no. No one broke into the house. We have movers. We have movers coming to the house, and we have repairmen because there were some parts of the house that needed repair. And according to the contract of us moving in, all those things have to be done within a certain amount of time. So we've had movers and all kinds of repairmen at the house, and it's important that your dog knows the command so it doesn't bite someone when it doesn't need to bite someone. You know, if you're, like SK said, if your house is being broken into, then you want your dog to attack someone, but you never want them to attack a mover or something like that, because then you could be sued, guys. So that's important to remember. So it was good to have Trini on the show. Trini, thank you for updating me on that. So that's going to do it for us. I hope you guys learned a lesson. Please comment, like, share this with someone who's being bullied. It might help them, and it might save their life. And I want to say my condolences to Connie's family. Connie is a friend who unfortunately recently passed away from cancer. And you guys know my dad passed away from cancer. Connie was a Italian New Yorker with a voluptuous attitude in life, and she had this great New York type of loud voice that I wish that I can hear right now. So my condolences to her family. So that's gonna do it for me, guys, on this episode of Live Feed with your host Richard Santiago. Remember, Live Feed is brought to you by thebullyexposed.com, a 501c3 nonprofit organization geared at helping survivors of bullying. So let them help you. Also brought to you by Traveling Tech Teacher. If you're learning virtually, like most people are all over the world, you better check out travelingtechteacher.com. Remember, guys, anyone can wear the crown. Anyone can be a hero. Be kind to one another, and have a great day. Bye.